Hello and welcome to Will Watches. This is Final Destination. This one, our horror movie Halloween poll with 96 votes. Thank you for everyone who voted. And I feel like this is a bit sadistic from all of you because you know how much I hate gore. And I know this is like a very more gore focused kind of film with all of like the brutal deaths. I obviously know kind of some of the deaths. There's some that are quite famous. I don't know which ones are in this one, but there's like the logs on the back of the truck that fly off, and one with the elevator or escalator and you fall into like the gears and mechanics of the escalator. I think they're the two famous ones I know. And then I know like the basic premise of they kind of escape death. They were supposed to die on a flight but actually survived, and then death is like coming back round to them to make things even, I guess. You know, it's a cool premise, but I am wondering how you involve that, how you like develop that into a full story over a full movie, and how you kind of resolve that at the end. Do they all just die at the end, or is there another way to escape death? I'm not sure. So it is a cool concept. I'm kind of excited to see how they kind of turn it into a full movie, how they make a narrative out of that concept. I think it's going to be really interesting. And of course, yeah, scary with all the gore. Also kind of spooky. There's some just like, I'm nowhere near touching my mouse and my computer is scrolling down the Amazon Prime Video page. So something's going on here too. Just to freak me out even more during this Halloween reactions. So before we jump into this, be sure to check out the Patreon page. Over there's a full-length version of this. There's also early access to some of the upcoming horror films for October. And there's also polls, so you can vote for what's next if you wanted to vote for stuff outside of the horror polls as well, you know? So yeah, let's just jump right into it. France, so ominous. I get it. That's what you get for trying to visit France, you know. Well deserved now that I know that information.
Oh, mama, you gotta leave that on. Tell you, I made the last flight without the plane crashing or anything, so I figured it's gotta be on the bag, or at least with the bag.
Okay, bit superstitious, yeah.
Live it up, Alex. You got your whole life ahead of you.
Does he? Oh, he didn't like that, did he? He's really superstitious. I don't think there's any ghosts or anything in here. I don't need to be scared of moving random winds like that. Something's in his room with him. Okay, that was just just for the transition. I was like, 180, what does that mean?
The entire time? Mr. Browning?
Oh, lots cancelled. I mean, the flight is supposed to crash, right? It's all, that's the point. Terminal, departure, terminal, all these phrases that don't sound very good. Sound a bit ominous.
God damn.
He's just picking up on everything.
At this time, we would like to begin pre-boarding of Volare Air Flight 180 to Paris through gate 46.
There's something about 180 and 46 as well that you could put together. John Denver died at 8:46 on the flight or something.
Because of you, I gotta sit here and watch fucking Stuart Little.
Oh, just all of these little things. There's a lot of focus on her behind him as well. I don't know. Are they going to do the whole final girl trope? I feel like that would be her if it's anyone here.
Whatever.
Okay, so it is actually taking off, but they're all supposed to die. I thought Alex would freak out before the plane actually lifts off, and then they'd like get him off the plane, and maybe someone else, like a few others, would go with him because they get freaked out by him too. Yeah, do they just turn around and land again? Oh, this would be so awful for people who are afraid of flights. I'm usually okay on flights, so this isn't freaking me out too much. Oh, wow. That's someone gone. Oh my God, who's that? Why aren't your seatbelt on? That's his own fault, really.
Alex?
Okay, that was all a vision. Yeah, like at a certain point, I was like, how are they surviving this? Let's just save that jerk who's punched him anyway, though.
Just stay where you are. Just sit tight.
And she's gonna get off too, yeah. That couple, they're gonna be the first to die. Showed as being a jerk, you know, he gets his comeuppance first.
3 hours later, it's all
I'll
right.
stay.
No, you know the whole French thing. Get on the plane, it's fine.
Yeah, they're trying to be nice to each other, but he's actually sending him to his death.
Oh, wait, I didn't fight with anyone.
Yeah, he was the guy who was just late. Oh, he might survive then because he was actually supposed to be on the flight though. So he was supposed to die too. I mean, it's his own fault for punching Alex. Like, if he just stayed seated, he'd be fine.
It was so real, just like how everything happened, you know?
Well, they're gonna see it now.
You must have fallen asleep.
Whoa.
He's gonna be in the background here.
You're paying for my trip, Brownie. You're on that plane.
There we go. That was good. The delay in the visual and the sound. He's just lost a was it? Yeah, it was him who had the brother, wasn't it? The police would be very suspicious of him, probably. This is pre 9/11, though.
I know it's going to be difficult, but we're going to need to ask you a couple questions regarding today's events while they're still fresh in your mind.
But yeah, I mean, he knew this accident was coming. Is he going to know about the other accidents coming as well? He knows he's being haunted. Was her name Claire? Her parents aren't here though. What's the reception to Alex been like since, you know? Do they all just think he's a freak or a little thankful in their hearts maybe?
All I owe are these people. To live my life to the fullest. I'm never gonna die.
He was, oh, okay, there we go. No, he's gonna be first. It was, you know, live your life to the fullest. A nice sentiment, but he's still being an ass.
You're gonna die at a very young age. Is that true?
Okay. Oh yeah, everyone, they're going to him for advice.
Don't talk to me. You scared the hell out of me.
Oh, really? That coming from a teacher as well, wow.
Or that death could arrive this same afternoon. This afternoon, which is so certain.
Oh. Oh no. What would happen here? Just a slip in the bathroom? Oh. So to do with like the water pressure. Now I do know the deaths have these like elaborate things that happen. No? Just a leak. Or is that all just ominous? I know there's like these elaborate sequences for the deaths as well. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, he just slips in the water? Oh. That effect behind him. Is that death encroaching in? Oh no. Oh, I can see it coming from a mile away. Oh. They're just teasing us with all these different ways it could happen. No. God, they're really building up the suspense with this. Ooh. Just choke. Okay. That I mean, it's awful, but it's nicer than the nose. I thought that was going to go right up his nose, you know? Ooh, yeah. The eyes filling with blood. Ugh. And yeah, he can't get himself up. Wow. There's one down. That was less gory than I thought it would be, thankfully. Oh, and the evidence just hides itself. Are they going to think it was purposeful? He did it to himself out of guilt for surviving when his brother didn't. You know, that's like a perfect explanation for it.
He caused Todd so much guilt over George staying on the plane. He took his own life.
Yeah. I'm surprised Todd was the first to go as well. You'd think it'd be a satisfying one with the couple, you know? Although the girl, she seems actually pretty chill.
At that moment on the plane, I felt what you felt. I didn't see what you saw.
But she still feels it. Okay.
Whatever it was that made him Todd is definitely gone.
Ooh. I thought that was just like a nervous system reaction.
Please,
Oh.
you'll wake the dead.
He was pulling at the wire. He wasn't trying to kill himself.
Yeah.
In death, there are no accidents.
But also, you know, you could change your mind after you started the attempt.
That mean if you figured out the design, you can cheat death?
Alex, you've already done that.
Yeah. Already cheated death once.
Of disrespecting the design
Ugh.
could incite a fury that could terrorize even the Grim Reaper.
I was like, is this guy...
You don't even want to fuck with that, Mac Daddy.
Is this guy deaf? But... I don't know. Yeah, maybe he is. I'll get you soon.
I'll see you soon.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. No, that must have been. You know, he was talking about death in the third person, but yeah. He's not just a creepy mortician.
Did you see Todd die? Did it happen again? Like on the plane?
Yeah, he saw it differently. He only saw that side.
Find death omens anywhere you want to. Coffee. Starts with a C and ends with an E.
Oh, what is it now?
What if we were not meant to get off that plane? What if it still is our time?
Yeah, it's just round the corner.
Baby, come on, not now. Carter!
And the teacher as well. Yeah, it's a reunion.
Not let this plane crash be the most important thing in my life! God! I'm moving on.
Yeah, you just gotta live your life.
If you want to waste your
And
life,
moving on.
you can just drop fucking dead.
Don't stand in the road. There we go. The signs were all there. I'm moving on. If anyone ever says that, I'm just like, yeah, no.
A spark in the fuel switch beneath the coach cabin in the fuselage may have ignited the fuel line
Oh.
proceeded to the fuel pump, which would have set off.
So there's an order. Todd was first, then Terry, and you can figure out who's next. I mean, it's got to be Carter because she was next to Terry, right?
I lived here my whole life, you know, and everywhere I looked for great memories. And
Yeah, no, it makes sense to get out. You just see all the memories around you.
looking at my own front yard makes me feel nothing but fear.
And Alex is here like a bad omen.
Hi, this is Valerie Luton. I need Agent Shrek.
Does she think he's causing them all somehow? Like, he's probably just checking her car's all right. But if she dies in a car crash, they'll be like, you cut the brake. Okay, it's always this wind. Although we didn't get that with Terry's death.
Mom's favorite.
I feel like no matter what I predict, this one is gonna be something else. Oh, was that the song that was in the bathroom as well? Knives, boiling water. Kitchens are like one of the most dangerous places in the house. Yeah, there's that kind of effect people are seeing in reflections before they go to... Have you guys seen that video of the knife that just spontaneously flies out the block? Seeing the knife block reminds me of that. I feel like the knives are a red herring. There's too much focus on them. Gas, yeah. If gas is still coming out of the hob, but she tries to relight it, gas is filling the room.
That kid gives me the creeps. Do we got nothing to hold him on? No.
Yeah, yeah.
But sometimes you give me the creeps.
He's starting to believe the superstition.
You've got to stop this. Stop this stupid mug. You're out of here. Pretty soon you'll be gone.
Water on the floor, slippery. You'll be gone. Oh, the electronics. There's so many things it could be. And the imagery of the knife pointing down at her there as well. Will Alex actually be able to save anyone though? That's what I'm wondering. Oh! Yeah, it's not a big explosion. I mean, it's gonna get blamed on him again the second if he goes there and she's dead again. I feel like if I were him, I wouldn't go there. Oh, yeah, it's a whole trowel. The knives. No, it's gonna pull them with you. Oh. And what's he thinking?
Just stay still, okay?
Oh. No. And please, I'm gonna walk in right now as he's holding the blade. Oh, and Billy's seen it. Eyewitness evidence now. Oh, adding the names.
What are you doing?
I guess it is kind of nice. Yeah.
Because he knows which one of us is next.
Trying to think of how it went on the thing. It was either Carter or Billy.
So, drive the speed limit, okay?
Yeah.
I used to worry so much about my parents dying.
Most kids do, I guess.
Most kids never have it happen.
She's already experienced death, yeah, gone through it.
I'm not talking about whether or not you did it, all right? Or even if you knew she was dead. Did you know she was gonna be next?
Yeah. He knows who is going to be next. Who is it? It's either Carter or Billy.
It's me, right? That's why you're not saying.
Yeah.
Think it's gonna make it easier to know, Carter? Huh? It's not. It's gonna make it fucking harder.
He's distracted on the road here too. He's not going to have weather all in the car.
I mean, what's the fucking point, right? Me and Terry, we'll be back together on the other side. So why wait any longer?
Oh, no. Yeah.
Knock it off! Why? I may as well go out on my own free will, right? That was up to the fucking car.
Yeah. That makes sense. He just wants that control, yeah.
My death. You have to prove this how big your balls are, not now.
Does Alex actually know who it is next, though? Because it could be Billy who dies in the car next to him or something.
Christ! Carter, put your hand back on the wheel!
Oh, is that it with the logs? No, that's just a fuel one.
We're afraid too, Carter.
Oh, a train. At least let the others get out. Why is Billy not doing anything?
Can't you open a door?
Easy, open the fucking door.
Open the
Billy,
door.
open the fucking door!
Does it not open?
Listen to me. Don't do this.
He must know Carter's next, though.
Carter!
It ain't my time.
Or maybe it is. Yeah. It wasn't, but now it is.
Carter, listen to me. This isn't the way. Get out of the car, Carter!
Carter, get out of the car!
No, it actually is now. Yeah. And he's not going out when he's in control too. He's panicking.
He really is
And Alex was actually trying to help him in the end. Did they? Wait, no, that was Billy and. Oh, he actually got him out. Does that prove you can cheat death twice then? Or will it be something else?
You're next, Carter! I'm saying the fuck.
No. Was
Shit right now.
I don't like Billy standing here. That sheet of metal.
You ain't taking me with you!
Oh! Was that why Alex was saying this isn't the way? Because he knew Carter wasn't next.
You should have been next after looting. That's the plan. That's the design. You should be fucking dead. You're gonna fucking dead.
Has he pissed himself?
It would rip. That's how I saved him. Just like the plane. Just like the explosion. I saw it.
So they have cheated it.
Saved him. And because I saved him, it skipped Carter and went to the next person in the path of the explosion, Billy. I have to see it.
Is Carter fully saved now? He's too happy in this moment. He seems like a freak.
I'm next.
Not me.
Hey, listen.
But would it come back round to Carter? It would be kind of ironic for Carter to be the only one surviving. He is growing on me a bit as well. Creepy cabin in the woods. Yeah, protecting himself from everything, of course. No way to live your life though, constantly paranoid of everything. You never know though. Gloves might be your downfall. You're not dexterous enough to do something. If it were me, I'd just go without the light. It's bright enough in here anyway. Ooh.
But I got this cabin rigged to beat you now.
Could be anything though. The whole cabin could collapse on him. But was that his moment missed and now it's going to go to Clear?
Fuck, why did I remember that? I never moved. Clear seat was in front of mine.
So it's Clear next. I mean, at this point, she doesn't know if, you know, Alex has already gone. She knows she's somewhere. She might think this means that he's gone. But if he saves her, it's onto him next. So, you know, he could save her and die saving her in the process.
Get away from me!
Ooh. Ooh. Get out of the water. Can he get himself out? Or if he accepts it, it breaks the sequence. Yeah, it's like it's purposely following her. Ooh, so many close calls here, you know?
Don't touch anything. You're grounded by the tires, okay?
But no, if there's an explosion. I'm just thinking, is Alex gonna like sacrifice himself to save his love, break the sequence?
The car should explode!
I don't know what you can do here.
When I do this, it'll skip you and it'll all be over. It's the only way we can cheat death again.
There we go, yeah. And could he be okay?
Hold on, Alex. Come on. Stay with me.
Or is it going white because we're seeing heaven kind of thing? Light at the end of the tunnel. A lot of imagery here.
We made it.
Paris. I can't believe it.
You know, I just can't believe we got on a plane again.
Okay, so they finally went to Paris to, like, yeah, bring it full circle.
If you would have told me 6 months ago that the three of us would be sitting here having a drink.
Yeah. Especially him and Alex.
You're right, Brownie. He did skip us. It was a design. We beat it. You know, we won.
I'm still a little bit on edge. It's not just started cycle again, it's skipped all of them and started back round and it's Carter next.
I was thrown from that power line by the explosion. So
why did it skip you?
Or is he still owed a death?
You're still next.
Oh, that's put him on edge. Meat hooks. Has he gone back round? Is it Carter? Or is it Alex? Me. Oh.
Let me meet you guys back at the hotel, okay?
Just wait, I'll go with you.
No, they need someone here to intervene. Ah, just when you think it's all safe and it's a happy ending.
Alex!
Oh, was that it? No. The pole. Ah, Carter saves him. Nice.
I told you were next. And it just skipped me. So who's next?
It's gonna swing back around. Yeah. Did it just end on that note? Surprising, like, comedic ending a bit. Okay, there we have Final Destination. That actually didn't have any of the iconic deaths that I knew about, which was actually probably pretty good because it kept me second guessing and kept me on edge, you know. The second I saw a pile of logs, I'd be like, okay, here it comes. Or the second I see an escalator, you know, they're like the two big ones I know. There might be a few more. It probably is the case that I know there's sequels. They ramp up and ramp up, keep getting worse and worse in the sequels, you know. I do wonder how a sequel would be, you know, handled. If they'd keep with Clear and Alex, or if they would just start again, make it an anthology, someone else cheats death in some way, and then the cycle continues and it's just kind of the same again, but different deaths, different characters, that kind of thing. Or do you carry on with Clear and with Alex? I feel like you'd need a whole new set of characters to have escaped death anyway, because then it's just Clear and Alex the whole time and there's none of the big deaths, you know, the iconic big grandiose deaths. Maybe it's the flight back from Paris, you know. He gets freaked out and it all starts again and then the whole thing's in Paris. I was actually quite surprised in you know, the pacing and the storytelling here, because it takes a while to get into it, you know. The start of the film is quite tame, you know. We see the imagined plane death, but we don't get any of like the deaths like with Todd until like just after halfway through. So it does take a while to get into it, but you know, it's building that suspense. And then you have some of the deaths in here are really elaborate, like with Todd's, the first one where you see the water and you're like, oh, is it going to be the spark? Is it going to be him slipping on the water? He's got that nose trimmer right up and you're like, oh, it's just going to, you know, heads down onto it. But it ended up being slipping in the bathtub. And it probably is those kind of little more mundane ones like that one that are scarier, because that is just like slipping on some water that could happen to anyone. You know, these movies probably are a little bit scarier because the deaths are, some of them are a bit more realistic. You know, that one where it's just a slip that can cause that. And then the one that's just like in a kitchen, obviously it was a bit over the top with the explosions and everything, but just like the knives falling on you. It's like more believable than other horror stories where there's ghosts and things. Obviously there is still like death, like this embodiment of death that was following them and causing it all to happen, but it doesn't feel as supernatural as some other horror, I guess. And like that mortician, that was definitely like a personification of death, right? Because he was talking, you know, it was almost like death there talking in the third person. He was being a bit coy with it, not exactly saying that he was deaf, but I'm pretty sure it was. There was like a second where I doubted it, but then, yeah, I think that pretty much was. And maybe they could bring him back in the sequel, or if in the sequel you want to have Death there give another speech, you just have it played by a different actor, and it's just like Death has possessed these different people along the way. That could be cool too. But I know there's like 5 of these films, and I can't see Clear and Alex making it through all 5. I feel like, you know, eventually they're gonna have to pass the torch. And I was definitely surprised, and kind of maybe it subverted my expectations a bit, the order in which it happened. Because, you know, by the end, at the start, I thought, oh, it's going to be Carter first because, you know, it was what he deserved, his comeuppance. He was a bit of an arsehole at the start. But by the end, when he finally did actually die, I was thinking he's redeemed himself a bit. I like him much more now. You know, he did save Alex at one point, and there was a few points where I was like, yeah, no, he's starting to grow on me. And then he finally does die when I'm like, actually, I kind of like him now. He's redeemed himself a bit. And then like Todd being the first to go, I really wasn't expecting that. You know, I kind of thought Todd, you know, he's the best friend. He's going to be maybe a little bit of comic relief as well for the main character. But no, he was the first off. So that kind of subverted your expectations as well. I wonder if that's purposeful, trying to subvert our expectations. And I feel like this definitely isn't played completely straight, especially that ending there. That was quite a funny, quite a humorous ending right at the end with Carter going out there. And it was like so over the top with the kind of the sparked wire trying to get to Clear. It was like, yeah, the bit where it's like whacking on the garage where it's almost like a person, like a personification of someone like hitting that garage. You know, it was quite over the top, but it's funny and works well. You know, inserting some humor into horror, I think it does work quite well. Being self-aware enough to know not to play it fully straight, I think it does work. And as I said, at the start, I was interested in seeing how they take the concept and kind of develop that into a full film, into a full narrative. And I think it works really well. Having Alex figure out a few things along the way, you know, he figures out the pattern is happening in and figures out how you can cheat Death in a way. It adds some suspense, knowing who's going to be next or not knowing who's going to be next. And then by the end, you ramp it up with the emotional stakes because we've got to know Clear and Alex's relationship and them as characters throughout. So by the end, you know, Alex's sacrifice, it does make sense. I called it a little bit before it happened, but completely makes sense why he would do that. Kind of comes back round full circle for his character a bit because he was so paranoid of dying, and then he's ready to give his life for the girl he loves, you know. Yeah, that was just really fun. It was actually less gory than I thought it would be, but that might just be because the sequels, they have to, you know, one up themselves every time. So that's kind of what's to come for the rest. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, consider leaving a like. Comment your thoughts on the film down below. Is it worth getting into the sequels? And if you really love this, be sure to subscribe because there's loads more horror films coming out for the rest of October. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.